The reason we wanted to revisit this and go back to the world of I Can Only Imagine and to kind of finish this story with I Can Only Imagine 2 was the story just captured my heart as a director. I just was really caught off guard that I didn't realize there was more story to tell. And so I'm always kind of the first audience. I'm the one that it's like, hey, it's got to move my soul before I can try to move an audience. And when Brent McCorkle, my co-director, and he wrote the script, pitched this story to me, I was in tears, and I was like, I have to do that movie. And so I was a hard one to convince at first, but once I heard the story, I just felt like it allowed us to fully explore and then complete Bart's journey from son to father, and then now from father to son. And so it's a beautiful multi-generational telling, and then it resulted in an equally powerful song of Even If, and to kind of finish the whole, Imagine franchise out at Red Rocks was a dream come true, because it was just, that had been a bucket list thing for me. And so multiple levels, it just was like, that's a story I have to tell from a director's chair.
Arthur's was probably one of the most, if not the most challenging role I've ever done in playing a person that is, I felt, was not like me at all, but he was an abusive father, a terrible father, really not a very good person at all. And I think where he came out of a chain of being abused himself as a child. And so you are, not that that's an excuse for any kind of behavior, but it can explain why people get stuck in their own hell that way. And he didn't know how. And it was traumatizing childhood that Bart had. And I came up with the character from talking to Bart, in fact, about how, who his father was and about him growing up. But his father got cancer, and in the last couple of years of life that he had left, there was a profound change in him. And I rarely see profound change, even small change in people, is really very difficult without the divine hand in there. But Arthur was asking for forgiveness with his son, Bart, who didn't accept it, of course. But there's something in a son who always wants to be close to his father. But it got to a point where Arthur was asking for forgiveness, really, for what had happened in their relationship, and was looking for redemption, and also feeling unworthy to ask for that. And this is a story of redemption, and it's the beautiful, even if how small, outcome is that their relationship evolved to the point where Bart was able to have a sweet memory of his dad, which is huge. And also it breaks that chain. And Bart didn't have to carry around all that with him. That had been settled before his father went.
The music is really just the lifeblood of the story. I mean, it's a huge part of the storytelling. And the music in the first movie was so iconic that it was, to go back, we wanted to do it justice. And so we really had to have one that we were building to that matched I Can Only Imagine, and that's Even If. And that song stands on its own. It's just narrowly behind I Can Only Imagine is the most popular song by Mercy Me. And it just is a beautiful kind of harmony to what the first song was. And to add to that, doing songs like 40 by U2 and doing It Is Well With My Soul, which is a beautiful hymn. It was just a lot of music that we got to contribute to this, and for the actors to work so hard on it. So John Michael Finley playing Bart has an amazing voice and did all of his own singing, and then he had Sammy Dell plays Bart's son, has a beautiful solo in there, and then Milo Ventimiglia put through his paces on the music side. He had to learn guitar, he had to learn the music, and he and Tim kind of knocked the singing out together as a tag team, and the real life person that he plays, and got a beautiful blended kind of vocal, and it's just amazing to see the music kind of come together. But to finish that on the stage at Red Rocks in front of 8,500 people at night, it was just like, that was a bucket list moment. And so the images from Red Rocks are just iconic. And I can't believe we stuck the landing. That place is booked out 2 years in advance, like every day that it's open. And so a date opened up last minute. We squeezed it in, and we filmed everything that we needed to in 3 hours, which was shocking. The team just moved mountains to make sure that it happened, and it's the most beautiful images I've ever been a part of, and I'm just really proud of the team. I know a big one for you has always been the redemption kind of angle.
I love redemption stories.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I think everyone can relate to them because, you know, we're getting something free that we don't deserve, but that we so yearn for.
Yep, I agree. And for me, it's just in that redemptive angle, I agree with everything that Dennis said. The specificity of this story is around the idea of gratitude as well, and you know that in the midst of your hardest situations and the fires in your life, that God is in the fire with you, and it's beautiful. And so I just loved that side of the story, and I think audiences are going to leave with a lot of hope in these redemptive stories. So can't wait for audiences to see it.